What is going on, my friends, my friends, my friends, my friends? I'm just trying to get it all squared away so we can get rolling here. I'm just trying to get it all squared away so we can get rolling here. I'm just trying to get it all squared away. Yes, sir. We had to get our new Talk That Lingo sounds on. What is going on, my friends? You already know the vibes. It is your boy John Quick of the Talk That Lingo crew. We talk that lingo very fast, and like I always say, it is absolutely harder to keep money than to get it. And if you have read the title of this episode, we're gonna be talking about how hard it is to keep money, especially after all of this Russian invasion. Man, so sit back, kick back, have a drink with us. Have a drink with us. I got my cup here. You already know about. Well, it's that's a big ice cube right there. If y'all can see on your side of the screen right there, that's just a big ice cube. But you already know I got a bev. Yes, sir. Got that ocean spray. Is it ocean spray? Is it ocean spray? Leave me a comment. Let me know if it's ocean spray. I forget what type of juice it is. It might be ocean spray. I think it is ocean spray. What is it? Cranberry or something like that. And then we got the Diplomatico. We already know the vibes. We about to jumping in some things. Yes, sir. We about to wind down. Wind down with me dog. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My pops was in the hospital yesterday. So let me give he a call. See what he is up to. As y'all all know, this is the Talk That Lingo crew. If you are in here, make sure you drop us a like for show. Give my dad a call. See what his Jamaican ass doing. Let me call the brother.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement for Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement for
I don't know if that's me or if that's him. It could be me. It could be me. Who knows, man? Yes, sir. If you have just joined us, it is your boy John Quick of the Talk That Lingo crew, where we talk that lingo very fast. You already know the vibes. Some craziness is happening today. This morning rather, with Russia invading Ukraine. If anybody does know the reason why Russia invaded I can't even talk. If anybody knows the reason why Russia invaded Ukraine, make sure you put it in the comments so I can correct you, because this whole invasion thing is going to have bigger ramifications for the U.S. Moving forward, and that's what we're going to be getting into. So if you are in here, drop a like. If you are in here, drop a like. We appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. Talk that lingo very fast. We are celebrating something, but before I let y'all know what we are celebrating, also in addition to the Russian invasion, and what they did with the stock market, I got some very funny news. I can't share with y'all what the news was, but I will say it was very funny. Man, winners just can't be winners. Winners just can't be winners without losers trying to find a way that they can harm you. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna drink to that because I can't really go too deep into it with y'all. But if you are in here, drop a like. We appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. You already know we got our Diplomatico. That's good tonight, man. Reminds me of like a nice little Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you lead in a little nightcap. You know what I mean? Yes. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Oh, yeah. Let me move my head a little bit. Because I was just talking about winners and things like that. And I definitely just saw my sign that I got back here that says winners never quit. And every time I see it, I always think to myself, winners never quit and quitters never win. So I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Listen, man, I know so many people who are so willing to try to shit on other people. So many people who are just willing to just go as far to just be like, look, I'm going to discredit everything you've done up until this point. So if you got somebody in your life who won't give you the credit you deserve, make sure you put a 1 in the comments. And if you got somebody in your life who won't give you the credit you deserve, if it's fuck them, put a 2 in the comments. So 1 and 2. You already know the vibes. This your boy John Quick. Thank y'all for tapping into the Talk That Lingo podcast. Shout out to everybody listening on Twitch. Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube. Shout out to everybody listening on Facebook. Shout out to everybody listening on Twitter for sure. We definitely just created the Talk That Lingo podcast Facebook page. And actually, let me get into that. The reason why we created that page was so that we can I don't know why we created the page. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know why we created the goddamn page. But guess what? Make sure y'all follow the page so y'all can keep up what's going on at the Talk That Lingo crew. We are going to be offering some services in terms of financial services on there as well. And you can book our services on the Talk That Lingo podcast Facebook page. We are also doing some video editing for any social media platform that you may have. If you are joining us, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you drop a like if you aren't in here. Like I said, shout out to everybody listening on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure y'all go follow that Facebook page, that Talk That Lingo Facebook page, for sure. And I'm sure y'all can see, is there any benefit to having a fake friend? If you are just joining us, make sure you drop a like. We appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. Hit us in the DM if you want to come on the show. We definitely want to be able to have a panel discussion. I know it's a lot of people out there who may not agree directly with me, and that's fine. But that's the reason why we created this podcast, so we can start pushing these conversations forward. With that being said, is there any benefit to having a fake friend? Now, I know what a lot of y'all are thinking. Y'all think we about to come on here and start talking about all our friends and stuff like that. But really, that's a question that relates to Russia and Ukraine, to be honest with you. And I'm going to explain that to you, right? You know what? I'm gonna leave the Russian and Ukrainian issue alone. I'm gonna leave that issue alone. I'm not gonna talk too deeply about it, but I will talk about what the effects for you can be. For you, what can these effects be for you? Well, if you have any money in the stock market, that could absolutely be affected. If you have any money in your 401k, that can absolutely be affected. Let's just get to the human element. If you have anybody in the army, that could potentially be affected if Russia decides to invade any NATO states or NATO cities or whatever it is. So that there are some ramifications for that. What do y'all think Trump thinks about the Russian invasion? What do y'all think Trump thinks about the Russian invasion? I tend to believe that Trump had a very, very good relationship with Russia. And I'm not sure Russia would do something like this if Trump were the president. I'm thinking, because we're going to talk about the sanctions that President Biden placed onto Russia. We're going to talk about the sanctions. And we're going to talk about Bitcoin too, and how all of this relates to Bitcoin, right? But I'm not sure Russia would have did that had President Trump been the president at the moment. I have reason to believe that this is a coordinated attack in conjunction with potentially President Trump's friend Vladimir Putin. So very interesting development. If I were you, I would grab you some whiskey. If I were you, I would grab your loved ones, hold them tight, let them know you love them, because this whole thing could definitely have some ramifications for all of us, man. Thank y'all for tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. If you are in here, drop a like. Shout out to everybody listening on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure y'all follow the Talk That Lingo Facebook page. If you are in here, drop a like. So let me get into the sanctions President Trump, or excuse me, the sanctions that President Biden has bestowed upon Russia. So he has frozen all movement of all funds, Russian funds, in any U.S. soil. So no Russian funds can be traded or exchanged. As of right now, he has removed the Russians from all U.S. markets. And what does that mean for you? I'll tell you exactly what it means for you. If you have money in a 401k plan, your 401k plan lost at least 5% today. Just the fact of the matter. Your 401k plan lost at least 5% today. It's going to rebound. And that's one of my biggest, I guess that's one of my biggest reasons why I created this podcast, because there's so many misconceptions. I can't even talk today, y'all. There's so many misconceptions about the stock market. You got people thinking, oh, well, the stock market is too risky. Something like this, something like a Russian and Ukrainian war can make me lose money, and I have nothing to even do with that. And while you may be right, partly right, I need you to find out what the difference between interest, or excuse me, I'm messing up all day. I need you to find out what the difference between trading and investing is. I need you to find out what the difference between trading and investing is. And the reason why it's so important for you to find out what the difference is, you know, I ain't even going to let you do the research. I'm going to just tell you right now. And then you do the research to verify what I'm saying. All right. So investing means you are putting money into something for hopes that it can grow down the line. So basically, you think it's the money you're putting into this investment will grow long term, right? If you are trading, you are hoping that your money that you are trading will gain you more money. That is the hope when you are trading. So I need you to learn the difference between trading and investing. Like I said, man, it is your boy John Quick. If you are in here, drop a like. Shout out to everybody listening on whatever platform and shit y'all listening on. Make sure y'all follow the Talk That Lingo Podcast page. If you have just joined us, we are going to be eventually talking about you not buying NFTs. I know y'all read the title, but we got our whiskey in hand, and we are going to be talking about you not buying NFTs. Is there any benefit to having a fake friend? Is there any benefit to you having a fake friend? Is there any benefit? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy John Quick. Talk that lingo crew. Talk that lingo very fast. It is harder to keep money than to get it, which is why we are doing this podcast today. Man, I can't believe the Russians invaded Ukraine. I can't believe that. And then I'm looking at all my positions in the stock market and I'm just like, that could have been worse. I'm thinking that could have been worse. Really wasn't that bad, to be honest with y'all. I thought it was going to be a heck of a lot worse. And it definitely felt like Vladimir Putin was playing with us a little bit. Like he was like, but what I will say about all of this, and this is the part where I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. If you have, let's put it like this. Let's say you have $10 in your pocket right now, right? If you had $10 in your pocket, next year, that $10 would be worth 7.5% less than what it's worth today. It's actually worth 15% less than what it was 2 years ago. And if you keep doing that math, and it just goes on forever, that 7.5% per year is known as inflation. I can't talk today. I'm telling you, it must be this whiskey. This Diplomatico is pretty solid. The rate of inflation is 7.5%, my friend. So if you have any liquid assets today, they are at risk. And if you don't know what a liquid asset is, you need to get off Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube and go look that up. If you don't know what a liquid asset is. I'm trying to teach liquidity, baby. I'm trying to teach liquidity. Yeah, so I mean, stock market could have been worse today. Tomorrow we will find out more. So many Ukrainian people trying to flee the country as of right now. A lot of the civilians of Ukraine are definitely at risk right now. So we are absolutely praying for our Ukrainian friends for sure. Buy some Bitcoin. It is imperative that y'all be buying Bitcoin right now, today. Buy Bitcoin today. Because if something like this continues to happen, let's say Putin were to reach his ultimate goal, and I'm not going to get into his ultimate goal here because one, it's not enough people listening, and I'm not just going to let this knowledge. See, that I think that's the problem. Once we can get some more people, then we're going to be able to release more and more of that information, because here's the thing. A lot of this stuff will fall on deaf's ears as of right now, just because where we are in the whole, we just started the Facebook page and things like that. We absolutely probably should start posting back to the podcast or Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all of that. Here's the thing. This invasion is a means to an end for Putin. And all of the sanctions, unfortunately, that Joe Biden has bestowed upon Russia ain't going to mean anything in a couple months here. It's just not. It's just not going to mean anything in a couple months. And here's the reason why. It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the decentralized currency. No one entity can control Bitcoin. So with that being said, as the U.S. is laying these sanctions on Russia, Putin is almost out of office anyway. He's almost out of office. You know what? Like I said, I'm not really even going to get into the whole deep thing, because it ain't enough people here. You get some more people in here, we're going to do it up. It needs to be 100 people in here. Needs to be 100 people in here, and we not even there yet. So I'm not even going to do that. Send the live to your friends, and then we can get into it. Send the live to your friends. We need like 14 more people. Send a live to y'all friends, man. And it's unfortunate that creators have to do it's like a cat and mouse game for creators, right? And I've learned that over a period of a few months, where when you've done the work and you want to give that information to people, you can't make it too easy for them to do it, right? I listen, I heard this one saying, and this is actually what I'll leave y'all with, right? Because it doesn't seem like we are gonna get, and I gotta go. So this is what I'll leave you with. So a man was walking down the street, right? And he sees this art gallery, right? And in the window of the art gallery, he sees all of these Indians and chiefs and things like that, and they are like preparing like a Thanksgiving dinner. You remember how like Thanksgiving was stolen from like the Pilgrim, or not the Pilgrim, whatever. It was stolen from the Indians or whatever, essentially. So he's walking by this gallery and he sees all of these chiefs and all of these Indians, and they're like celebrating Thanksgiving or whatever it is they're doing, right? So a guy comes up. He's like, yeah, man, it's really unfortunate what happened to these people. So the guy's like, well, what happened to the people? So the guy comes up and he's telling him how unfortunate this genocide was on this people, because this one girl that, was on the opposing side was mating with an Indian man, and all of these people on the woman's side did not like that, so they killed everybody. So the guy who was looking at the art museum and he saw the Indians, he's like, wow, man, this guy who just came up to me very, very randomly is a genius, because he just told me about this whole art museum, and that was very interesting. So as he's walking down the street, he continues and he sees another window of this art museum, and the window of the art museum explains everything that the guy said to him. Everything that the guy said to him, he thought the guy was a genius because he knew. But all the guy had to do was take a couple steps and he would have found out that very information. The point of that story is to say, you got some people who will stop at a point to where they're interested, and then they won't do any more research until a random guy comes up and gives them all the knowledge. They want you to make it so easy for them. So with that being said, if that went over your head, make sure you hit the follow button. Follow the solution-based thinkers at the Talk That Lingo Podcast. We're not going to get into explaining it to you right now because it's not enough people in here. If you are in here, drop a like. I appreciate all of y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. The next time y'all join us, please make sure y'all have some whiskey with y'all. Make sure y'all leave us a comment. Make sure you stop by with a subscription. Hit us up on the Talk That Lingo podcast page if you want to book us for some services, if you need videos edited, whatever it is, man. I'm not going to make it easy for y'all today. Make sure y'all follow, and we will be making it easy for y'all. Hit us up on TikTok. My TikTok is Quick Talk. QWIC. Is it QWIC? No, it's QWIKTOC. QWIKTOC. Follow me on TikTok. We've been posting videos very frequently. If you are in here, drop a like. We appreciate everybody tapping into the Talk That Lingo podcast. Next time y'all join us, please make sure y'all bring y'all whiskey. It's harder to keep money than to get it, and that's what this podcast is about, partially helping you. Listen, y'all need to follow the podcast page because I'm going to help you keep the money that you make. I'm going to help you keep more of the money that you earn. I got a lot of people that I know that are older than me, and they don't think that I can help them. Well, my sir, you keep going on with that thought. But for the people who are actually smart enough to follow me, I'm going to help you keep more of the money you earn. And notice I said earn, because if you are earning money, then you absolutely need to be following me. If you are not profiting money and you're just earning money, then you absolutely need to be following me. You need to follow me, not for me, for you. You need to follow me for you. I'm going to help you keep more of the money that you earn. It's your boy, John Quick. Talk that lingo crew. Talk that lingo very fast. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's get it.